The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, adopted by all members of the United Nations back in 2015, provided a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for all people. At the heart of the 2030 Agenda are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which are an urgent call for actions by all countries, in particular developing economies such as Nigeria. So let's track the footprints of the UN SDGs in Nigeria as the country goes to the polls on Saturday. My guest on this is Tunde Imolehin. He is an architect, an environmentalist and sustainability expert, and he's the founder of Change Vision Nigeria. He's joining us live from our Abuja studios. Good evening to you. Thanks for coming through on the show this evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much.
Long time. How are you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Now, briefly summarize for me where Nigeria is right now on those 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations.
Yes, by 2020 we were 160, and I hope that before the end of the year, maybe we would have improved. I mean, if every spoke is in place. What do I mean? If most of the factors that make it possible for us to have peace and prosperity, just based on the clarion call in 2015, you know, Millennium Development Goals before Sustainable Development Goals in 2015, and we've been pursuing that, and the target is 2030. That's about 7 years' time. So if we are right in our thinking, in our deeds, in our actions, in our expressions, and our political manifesto development and what have we are likely to improve. I think the Buhari administration had put in place measures to achieve this, and with the help of the partners, foreign partners, I mean, so that we can achieve what Sweden and Scandinavian countries have achieved. We're not likely to reach their level. But we're talking about making sure that we protect the earth, we protect the climate, we protect the environment, and of course, we end poverty. You see, that is number one on the list. So this is just the situation right now. We have an office in government as looking at it.
Today, just as you said, we have about 7 more years or so here. So are you? This is political time. Are you hearing anything about these goals on the campaign trail so far? Are you seeing anyone mainstreaming, discussing all of this as part of the talking to the populace, to the electorate ahead of this weekend election? What have you been hearing so far?
Interestingly, majority of those people I've listened to, I mean, they don't speak to the issues that have to do with sustainability. I mean, we'll see a lot of people talk about, I mean, it's all rhetorics. But some people stand out anyway. Some people come about, I was in Calabar the other time, and one presidential candidate was saying that, oh, he had come, he wasn't well prepared, and he talked blah, 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 blah. And I said, please, speak to the issues that we are gathered here for. We're architects. Talked about building collapse, talk about professionalism, talk about Quack Creek, talk about issues that can actually, I mean, elevate the living standard of an average building professional. We have so many issues. So people should speak, I mean, these candidates should speak to issues that are fundamental, that are basic. They are the challenges that we're facing as a people. This is exactly what makes American politics very interesting. They speak to issues. But one man that actually really impressed me is Ashwaji Bola Ahmed bin Bola Tinubu. He led Lagos successively. You see, there's nothing you can achieve without stability. You know, you can't achieve sustainability without stability. You find out that in this country and so many other African countries, you find out that there's no continuity. I mean, government is a continuum. People come and say, oh, he's from PDP, he's from APC, I don't want to continue his vision and stuff like that. But in Lagos, the one thing that people have not really understood is that the succession that has been laid down since 1999, I happen to be part and parcel of the people that actually worked out the blueprint for the administration on Bola Tinubu. I mean, in 1999, when I was a member of the think tank. And I worked in 3 committees: land, environment, and housing. And I can tell you for free, bossing, that all those things that man planned at that point and we worked out are the things that he has followed meticulously and religiously. And that is why Lagos is a success story. Tell me, the first chief of staff the vocabulary which was having in government was coined in Lagos. The vocabulary Ministry of Information and Strategy was coined in Lagos, and now almost all the states adopt it. Let's talk about waste management. Let's talk about so many other, is it on last month? So this has to do with sustainability and stability. If there's stability in government, there will be sustainability. But here and in other places, we have a situation whereby we are planning to fail most of the time. We are not really planning to succeed. So many programs are not environment friendly. Our green growth is not stable. So how can we achieve sustainability? I mean, we're talking about ending poverty when we don't have, the enrollment level is very, very abysmally low. And how can we achieve goal 4? Poverty is number 1. We just throw money into problems. So what I'm saying about this government.
Yeah, please, just because of time, I'm trying to. You ask me if people are mainstreaming sustainable development goals in this political tussle.
Yes. And I'm telling you, not profoundly,
yes.
not
yes.
profoundly. But I just speak on someone who has done it before.
Yes, that's the point you have made. That's the point you have made because looking at time, I'm trying to find out. You're an architect, you're an environmentalist, you spent many years of your career producing TV shows around the environment, spearheading issues around that. So that's where it stands out on your CV. I'm trying to find out if there are new issues that are emerging locally and globally that you think we should onboard moving forward once we've gone through this election and that the new administration should focus on, since we don't have so much time in many years to meet these SDG goals, as it were. What should be on top of the agenda? What should be prioritized? What should be prioritized?
Let me just say, I want to see a president that is focused on green growth. I mean, let's face it, there is a lot on climate change, going globally. And I was in Egypt last year for the COP27, and I was very happy to see Lagos State, after so many years of trial, being granted almost $10 billion for climate resilience in Lagos State. That's an achievement. It was not achieved just like that. I want to see a president that is talking about green growth, sustainability, and things that I can do to ensure that our natural resources are efficiently and effectively managed. And that is exactly what I want to see. I want to see continuity in government. I want to see sustainability in government. I want to see a procedure whereby you put the right pegs in round pegs in round holes. I want to see a situation whereby you speak to clean water, you speak to sanitation, you speak to environmental sustainability, you speak to things that can ensure the well-being of the people, that can bring peace and prosperity to the people directly. I don't want rhetorics. So like I was saying the other time, I said, I found him, and I know that with him there, he can do a lot. And that's why I began the Sustainability Agenda series, which I started on podcast. And that's why I'm here on a larger medium to see how I can talk to people about their choice on Saturday. Vote for somebody that can ensure that...
thank you, Mr. Tunde Imolehin. Thank you so much. Actually, the conversation with you was around the environment and sustainability development goals. I'm sure you understand that very much. Thank you very much. This is our Rice Exchange. We wish you all the best. Tunde Imolehin, sustainability expert and founder of Change Vision Nigeria.